And it's live.
Staying off air on ours.
It just said it's saying stop broadcasting now.
Okay, we're live.
We are live, everybody.
All righty, ladies and gents. You know me. I'm Steve from both the R&R Horror Hunter YouTube channel and my current YouTube channel is Red Band Cast channel. Well, we had a couple little difficulties, but turns out we're going to be able to watch something, not Hatchet, but turns out we can watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which also has an anniversary this year. I believe it's its 30th anniversary, which is fantastic. With me tonight, I have my buddy Steve, who's right next to me.
30 years, long time, folks.
It is. It is certainly a long time. And along with that, we also have my good friend Nate, Horror Boy 465, right?
Yep. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
We're doing just fine.
All right. Anybody who's watching or watching later on, really quick, we're just going to go ahead and dive into it. We've got a good movie ahead of us. Nate, when you're ready, we're going to do a little countdown from 3 to 1 and then press play. All righty?
All right. Well, we're going to
so audiences.
Yeah.
So
Everybody get ready.
Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1.
1.
Press play. And the camera.
I don't know if. Yeah. Well, you guys got the camera. I got the MGM.
All right. Well, anyway, the cool thing about Canon Films, you knew it back in the day. You knew if you were renting a movie and you saw that Canon logo come up, it was gonna be a good movie.
Yeah. I'm sure I've seen a lot of
time for it too, but that was another time frame.
Yeah, we got the opening qual, of course. Every movie has it now in this franchise.
Yep. This is a legendary.
Excuse me, guys. Let me get some Mountain Dew.
Ooh, nice.
Don't worry, I didn't show the logo, so.
Awesome.
Give me some Mountain Dew and enjoy this
flick. I suppose this is not John Larroquette. I'm not really sure who it is doing the crawl here, but I don't believe it was John Larroquette this time.
No, it sounds like a different dude. I'm sure because I think they all three got different, or all four the original films had different people doing the monologue in the beginning.
That's true.
I wonder if Rob Zombie didn't try this film back in the day.
Yeah. The thing is, I think Rob Zombie would have been good for the remake of TCM. He's not so good for Halloween, though.
No, he made Mom Micros talk. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Never make Mikey talk.
Believe it or not, though, I went to go see that film in theaters when it came out. That was actually the first Halloween film I seen in theaters, but I'm not really a big fan of the remake of Halloween.
I understand that. So I guess as the credits are rolling here, first you got Dennis Hopper coming up on the screen. Of course, he's wonderful. Carolyn Williams is great in the movie too.
She's also in 3, by the way.
Yes.
She's a secret reporter that you had to see.
See, you guys are a little bit behind or a little bit ahead of me. So it's cool though. It's just like 2 seconds barely.
That's fine. So
Tom Savini.
I guess while the credits are rolling, let's talk about our first experiences with TCM2. So first, I want to go with Steve. What was the first time you watched TCM2?
I watched it around this time, literally 10 years ago in 2006 in my home, and realized, wow, what kind of strange sequel did I actually bother watching? Because holy goodness, it just provided all kinds of entertainment, and I realized this had to have been like a prequel to House of a Thousand Corpses. I almost was certain of it at the time. But now I've grown to appreciate it as its own unique horror film that it is now.
That is true. It's a great movie. Nate, what about your first experience with TCM2?
Well, the first time I seen this film, this is actually the first movie I seen. This and the remake is what I used to watch a lot. But I would say that, I've seen this DVD. I think I seen it some DVD shop for really cheap, and I remember I bought it, and I didn't know much about the original films because I only seen the remake, and at that point, I didn't see the prequel. I didn't see the 3D film was out at the time. And I bought part 2, and I watched it, and it was definitely it's fun. It was fun to watch it, but it was still very, very gory. So I really thought it was a great sequel, and I still think it's a great sequel.
Yeah. I think I actually saw this one. I can't remember if I saw this one after I saw TCM or not, the original, but I do remember that I was really entertained by this movie. I thought it was interesting, really funny. It's just amazing. I love this movie so much. I wouldn't call it like one of my big favorites, but it's just really fun to watch. It is a great sequel. I'll agree with that, but it does for a definitely different reason than the original, because the original is just grueling horror all the way through.
This is not grueling horror.
This is not grueling horror.
It's grueling horror for different reasons.
Yeah, exactly. It's grueling horror for some of the crazy crap that goes down in it. Great special effects, and of course some great Tom Savini special effects. But
you gotta add him in there.
But yeah, really great little fun movie to watch. So we've gotten here at the radio station, and we're being introduced to Stretch, and the two douchebags who are calling her on the phone.
Mind you, college back in the day was cheaper, so they have every right to be douchey in this film.
Yeah.
I wish I could be that douchey in the 80s and get away with it.
I swear, this guy right here in this scene is, well, both of them are really, really annoying.
Yeah.
And also, what was this about? How you couldn't hang up the phone back in the 80s or something? How you couldn't hang up the phone or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, they
It's just
actually
a
had
generation
cell
gap.
phone in their car, so you were cool back in the 80s. You had this thing. Nowadays, it'd be a joke.
That's true.
Of course, they're playing chicken. The chicken scene. They're playing chicken.
They're gonna play chicken
with a truck that has an American flag on the back of this thing, and believe me, they're probably going to lose.
They're gonna lose in the end, definitely. What's gonna happen to them a little bit later?
When they find out who's in that truck.
They won. Sorry. Well, no one got hurt, sadly, but yeah.
I may mention that
I definitely agree with you guys, though. This is much more of a just outrageously crazy, hilarious black comedy sequel. When the original film
we
was
didn't
more
got
of a
to the blacker
sinister
parts
version.
of this comedy, I'm telling
Yeah.
you. It's only gonna get
It's
worse
just
here.
this is so much more of a different film, but in a very, very good way. Like, it's still its own sequel. Like, this tried to be as much of a different sequel than any other sequels in the franchise.
I may also mention that this is the first time I'm watching a horror movie with Steve.
Yes, on this live version of Steve and Steven Show.
Yeah. So I have no idea what his reactions are going to be. I know he's seen the movie before. I just have no idea what his reactions are going to be.
Like right now, I'm going to react to the radio station called the Kawakala station.
K-Okla.
It's like were they trying to compete with the Koala Foundation? I mean, I don't know. I mean, WWF tried, and the Panda beat the Wrestling Corporation, so we know how that went.
Yeah. I gotta say this though, Caroline Williams did a good job in this film. She's such a great lead, and she'd go on to be in like Hatchet 3 and a movie called Contracted, which I haven't seen yet. But she'd go on to be in a couple of horror films after this,
And
as well as a third movie.
Yeah.
This is where it's going to get interesting from here, folks. It's nighttime, still shooting things. I don't know what they're shooting, but they remind me of my friend who, off his Adderall medicine, he'd throw rocks at cats. Wanted me to stop in the vehicle and he threw rocks at these cats. The poor cats never had a chance because his aim was actually good off Adderall, I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Except these guys can't aim, so my friend's better than they are. But, oh, here we go. We got a truck stoppage here with the car. In the middle of a bridge, mind you. It looks like some bridge in, I don't know, Ironton, Ohio. I mean, what's the bad bridge to start with? I mean, we know Mothman has issues with Ohio and West Virginia, but beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell, here
This
we
scene
go.
is actually
They're
very
going
well
backwards.
lit too. If you guys look at it, I like the lighting in this scene.
I love this scene so much. The
Oh,
lighting is great.
Here we
Classic.
go. It is the backwards chase on the bridge, folks. Oh, here we go. We got somebody wearing a dead.
And Hitchhiker.
There was old dead hitchhiker, yeah.
I mean, Hot Topics would probably support this in the day if it was still around. Oh my gosh, look at his suit. It's just dancing. Look at this thing. It is ridiculous. This thing's, it's like, I don't know if it's trying to do a mariachi dance or something. Oh, never mind. Here comes the chainsaw, so mariachi's dead too.
Much bigger.
That's still a
chainsaw
creepy
than
image though. With the chainsaw, it kind of made it creepy again. So.
Yeah.
Oh
I
wow.
always kind of wondered when it cuts a car. I mean, even with metal, it's amazing how much it cuts through this car.
Yeah.
And there it goes. It's the best backwards chase I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's on a bridge.
I would say this, guys. Do you guys think this is probably the best sequel of the sequels, or is there another sequel that you guys like more than this?
This is definitely the best Texas Chainsaw sequel
Yes.
out there.
Because 4 was too generic. 3, I think I scratched my head a lot on, but this one made me laugh more than any others.
Mhm.
And,
This is
I
definitely
mean,
probably my favorite sequel as well.
Here he goes. He's about to shoot him. He shoots the hot top.
And boom, a shock scare right there. Right there.
And now we reveal it's Leatherface. He's doing the. That's what he's doing right now.
now he's freaking freaked out.
Well, oh my goodness, he's cutting through half a door. He's cutting through half a door, ladies and gentlemen. This is ridiculous.
It is.
And he is cutting through that car. Now, you can't replace old classics like this. Ford would be ashamed of this. But he shot. The chase is over with. But his friend
Oh wow!
is up in half.
Look at those.
Look at that effect, man.
too.
Practical effects at its best by Tom Savini, the king of effects himself.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! Troll would have a time with this movie.
Oh yeah.
And just special effects. The blood is squirting
Guys.
from the brain, mind you, which is amazing because I don't know if it really squirts that upwards like a fountain or not.
Yeah, yeah. Look like there's like a little bit of hoses in there that just spray the water, spray the blood out.
And now everything gone silent. They don't know what's happened.
I love his little horse mouth on the microphone there.
I didn't even know it was a horse mouth now until he mentioned that. I never bothered to notice it. Well, he must be speaking a lot of horse since he's on the radio, so I guess that would make sense. And now we've cut to a scene where the great Officer Hooper has showed up.
My gosh, I love this character.
Why they couldn't have had him around for more sequels?
Lefty and right.
Lefty and right, yep.
Oh, Lefty. I wonder why they call him Lefty. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's never explained in the movie, which is kind of funny. But
I used to hear of a Lefty one time back when I was in middle school, but it was because he only had like one testicle left, so it's always on the left side. So therefore, they called him Lefty. Now I know Texas has castration issues, but it's a cop story. So what do you know?
and then of course, I mean, just look at Dennis Hopper here. I mean, he's just so. I mean, he already looks worn, and I mean, just look at the look on his face. You can definitely tell he's already high on cocaine right now.
I don't know. It's not that high yet.
It's in the area where he's just sort of, he's on the low end right now. He'll get into the coke a little bit later.
It's the 80s.
These are other kids. This is just an accident.
See if you can turn it down a little bit, Nate.
Yeah. All right, it's loud. Sorry.
Just a little bit. You don't have to turn it down too much. Just a little bit. We want to make sure that we're not getting too much.
Yeah, with the stupid YouTube copyright stuff, man.
I know Sausage.
YouTube's
Factory's
starting to
gotten
get
in trouble.
ridiculous with that stuff. YouTube's gotten really bad about that
I don't know
stuff.
how that car wound up on that side of the bridge when the bridge is gone. why I've wondered. It didn't look any worse. That is a bad contribute to not seeing the after effects.
Mm.
Well, then again, in the 80s did have an effect of, it happened, but then you cut right to the afterwards.
Yeah.
Without actually seeing where it lands properly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'd be better about this. Well, you can't go back in time, I guess, unless you build a time machine. So, now Lefty's basically told off the cop. And now he's being told by the other cop that this other cop has authority to tell him he shouldn't be there. He's challenging him to Texas bull rope stand. Cooper wins the standoff with a Marlboro cigarette in hand. That's how you win back these days. Well, Winston, but they don't have Winston anymore in NASCAR, so.
Yeah.
He wants it in the press. He wants this in the press to get out to who all would know about such a terrible incident. But,
and you know what I noticed is that this is probably one of those very few franchises that every sequel tries to be a sequel to the original, but not really a sequel to a sequel.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing. This is more of an anthology franchise, more than, any other, really. It's just a totally different story every time, pretty much.
Well, yeah, but to be fair to this one, unlike the others, there's two true remnants from the original that come into number 2.
That's true.
First off, is Leatherface is back. Everybody loves that guy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a guy wearing people's faces? Number 2, later on in the film, you will see the guy from the wheelchair from the first one makes a rare appearance.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, the great Jim Sedow as the cook.
And then you get the grandpa back.
That makes 3. I'm sorry. That's 3, folks.
Then you got the grandpa back. I think you got the same actor who played the grandpa, right?
Yeah, I think they did have John Dugan as grandpa as well. But
Grandpa. Wait a minute. Didn't they have a mom in this one, though?
Yeah, there is a grandma, but she's not alive. They assume she's alive, but she's not.
She looks like something out of Goosebumps.
She does look like something out of Goosebumps. That's great.
It's a wonder she didn't make an appearance in Goosebumps.
Yeah. I don't know if R.L. Stein could get the rights.
No, but he can sure get around rights with Goosebumps 2000 books.
Yeah.
Now in this scene,
the one thing that they can say that this one does a little bit more better than the original is that they build up the Caroline Williams character and Des Hopper character well. They give them more chemistry than in the acting in the original movie. I mean, it was decent for its time, but in this film they gave the characters a little bit more time to bond, and you got to see a little bit more behind the characters. Even the character who's Stretch's friend, the other guy, I forgot his name, but they build up his character so that, whenever any of these characters, they get hurt, whenever they get, killed or whatever, you really feel for these characters, but they build the characters a little bit more better in this one.
That's true. Yeah, this one's a little bit more of a character study, and it's got more obvious comedy and everything.
There's something I'm noticing, too, not to interrupt, but I'm noticing Lefty and Stretch right here, and I couldn't help but look at her belt. Her belt actually has her name Stretch on the belt. I wonder what seamstress made the belt with her name on it. That's what I want to know.
And I kind of wonder, did Carolyn Williams get to keep that?
The belt?
Yeah. That'd be great if she got to keep it, just hang it around with her every time that she's every time she's out at conventions and crap like that.
No, because I want that belt so that we can sell on eBay.
Yeah, sell it on eBay.
I'd like the chainsaw. I hope Toad Poop. What did a super?
Oh, this seems great right here. Like this scene right here.
Oh,
I'll make you a little fry cabin.
Not bad cabin. Of course, I'd eat them all first. But
What's wrong, darling?
I love LG. LG is one of the great characters.
LG, that's his name.
LG.
Oh, LG.
Reminds me of a guy I worked with.
Really?
In a way, yeah. I got one of those type of guys. He just comes off so silly like this. In fact, I'm trying to figure, did he put peanut butter or chocolate on top of the Fry Castle?
I have no idea. It's kind of weird.
I mean, I've heard of mayonnaise in Germany, but speaking of that, Texas Oklahoma Chili Cook-Off Grand Champion. Wow, they put the chili in the mini bowl on top of the Texas trophy. How weird, actually.
And of course,
That's one of the messiest trophies ever. It's like covered in chili now.
I
We gotta
know,
clean it
yeah.
up so we can keep it.
one of the great things about this, Jim Seedow just shows up out of nowhere here in just a second. And we have no idea until now.
Talk about that hard shell peppercorn.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Hard shell peppercorn.
Drayton Sawyer. Oh, boy, here
Dang
he
it.
comes.
Which
Makes me wonder what dead person he stole those horrible clothes off of.
and it also makes me think, was Dallas just eating people this whole time?
They may have. He may have stole the judge from Caddyshack's clothes right there. It looks that ridiculous.
So that means, in a way, anybody who ate that chili is indeed a cannibal as well, because
That is true.
That's
Unfortunately, my story goes with how people eat people.
Yeah.
One research says it tastes like pork, but only tougher. So that's basically what they're eating in their chili is tougher pork, and they don't even realize it. We all know where it came from. I just we don't.
This
Oh.
child loves fried wheat. I love that.
Jim Cena did a good job in this film. He had a great comeback in this film, man.
Fearless.
Delivered a great performance.
That Fearless will go away very soon. But speaking of very soon, right now, here comes Cut Right Chainsaw Store. This is where the first instance of cocaine chainsaws come to play for old pal Lefty.
Yeah.
I love
Cocaine and
this scene right
chainsaws
here.
mix well in this movie.
Yeah, right. And I love this scene right here where he just goes in this room full of chainsaws. So great. And it finds the
how
two
he's
chainsaws.
I love how he's entirely silent through this whole scene, too. It's great.
Not to the very end now. He starts screaming like a madman.
That's true.
But that's when he really got on some stuff at that point.
Yeah.
Right now, he's just testing it. I wonder if you can hide cocaine in a cigarette.
I don't know. But they say that Toby Hooper loved to take his
Well, you can't snore it, so that's true.
yeah, but Toby Hooper liked to take Dr. Pepper with him everywhere he went. He loved Dr. Pepper and he loved his stogies. So I just wonder if he just mixed some cocaine with his Dr. Pepper a little bit every once in a while to make this one.
You talking about the pop can or his dog?
The pop can.
I don't know. Some guys love their dogs too much. So I've heard of cases where you snort on people's dogs.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a terrible sight. But anyways, here we are in the scene where he is looking at this room full of hanging chainsaws. I mean, this is almost like Freddy Got Fingered with, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Only in this case, it's, Daddy, would you like some chainsaws? Daddy, would you like some chainsaws? He just lays out $100 bills all flat. It looks like $1,000 for one chainsaw when they probably were cheaper back in '86.
But he gave the guy a big tip. He gave him a really big tip, and
Yeah.
I would love that tip now in 2016. Oh, he got a good sized chainsaw too. Look at that thing. It looks like it's long. It is gray. Gray is a terrible color. Most of all, he is like, I think what the whole purpose of the $1,000 is he can walk out with all chainsaws.
Look at what he's doing here. He's
got a tiny one, a big one. He's got one that says Macaulay Culkin.
there's he's Errol Flynn with a chainsaw, man. He's great.
He's getting
Look at him, just like it's like swinging the chainsaws out, testing them and everything.
I've heard of one with the grasshopper, but this one is one with the grasshopper. And he is one of those chainsaws, and we're about to have some cutting time with Dennis Hooper, folks.
Just check this guy out. I mean, he just grabs his chainsaws,
And that
throws
The
on
guy
the
dropped his
shade.
money.
He grabs all the money because, you can't leave laying money on a log.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where it gets good. This is where he's going to actually test the chainsaws for accuracy. That's actually funny now, come to think of it.
It's just, oh my gosh.
There it comes.
Look look how high this guy is. And the best thing about this,
he's wielding this thing around like a battle axe. That's what and then this guy here is getting a hard on. Watch him do it.
just look at this dude.
This scene is terrible. Fantastic.
The best thing is the reactions of the shop owner. He's just.
Oh yeah, it's like he's watching. I mean, it reminds me of Pulp Fiction, where they're watching the scene with old Big Rains. I mean, it's pre-Big Rain stuff right here, folks.
Oh gosh, this is just.
It's terrible. Back at Coahuila again. Well, I don't get here now. I'm seeing it. Gun shop and radio station.
I think they mix.
Well,
maybe it's like
it's never used in the film.
Maybe it's like one of those scenes where on the bottom floor it's a gun shop, but the top floor it's like you don't want to go to the bottom floor. I tell their visitors like, hey, go to the top floor. You walk in the bottom floor, you're gonna go into a gun shop, okay? Don't miss that.
My question: if you have a gun shop, you would think to use the gun shop. That's all I'm saying. It's kind of pointless just having a retarded sign. But now that we're on a new subject, Lefty's back. He's taking her up on the offer of playing out on the air about what's going on with the whole hunting for the Sawyer family mess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think he really knows them to be Sawyer, but I'm sure they'll come around eventually to be exposed like they usually do. And now he is convincing her to play the tape on air about murder from the night before. He's doing a fantastic Texas accent.
He is. And of course, he does not sound like that in real life at all.
Well, who does in real life?
That's true.
Andrew Lincoln sounds American when he's really from Wales.
I mean, think about this, man. I mean, they never get the Texas accent right, and they never get the Southern accent right. Nobody in real life sounds like that.
Unless you go to West Virginia, then they really do.
That's true. You can call me Lefty. How do you do?
And another thing, you don't really ever learn their real names in this film.
Yes.
Yeah, they're both just nicknames.
It's just, it must be
there's
a
LG,
requirement to live in Texas.
there's Stretch, and then there's Lefty and Right.
There should be a righty. Yeah, there should be a righty.
Then there's Top Chop. Then there's Other Face, and then there's the cook. There's no names.
Sawyer,
well, I guess
but he
yeah,
just has
Drayton
a real
Sawyer.
name.
Yeah, but in the original film, I think they just called him the cook. Like in the credits, they just called it literally the cook or something like that.
Yeah, and then, who knows if
is that
a real name either. Up, he's in his van
Drayton
now,
Sawyer.
folks. Oh, my God, he has a license plate name right on the front of his window. It says Drayton Sawyer with the trophy on the other side of the seat with the bad chili in there that people eat from. Who knows? It may have been the boys from the night before, too. You never know. Uh-oh. Special request time. It is Lefty's request, and it's going to be very, very loud.
It's going to be a #1 hit. #1 slash.
I know what you did there.
Oh, man.
He's a cell phone his truck, too.
We're still #1.
And I'm guessing that this is Chop Top calling him. I would say so because Other Face really can't talk.
Leather can't talk. He's immobile.
Yeah.
He's like,
Now he's hearing the radio station. Uh-oh, exposing
don't do it this time.
You've done it again. And he laughs afterwards. This is how you know you're
crazy.
insane.
Oh my
This is how
gosh.
you know you've been one too many times in a bad part of Texas.
And look, he just turns
And the
around.
truck is called the Last Round Roll Grill.
Last roundup.
How ironic.
This scene's funny too, right here. We're getting in big trouble over that tape.
You're going to be in big trouble with that tape, darling.
Too bad the gun shop don't help none in this case either.
Yeah. Maybe the gun shop went out of business.
Yeah.
Right.
But then it doesn't explain why there's a silly sign there. Or maybe they put it there to make people pretend it's a gun shop sign, but it's really a radio station. And maybe in Texas, you got to hide your radio stations.
Yeah.
But then that begs the question, how did they find that particular radio station? That's what I want to know. They didn't have the internet in 86. I'm surprised they didn't have cell phones in the cars and trucks back then.
Yeah.
So yes, you were making bank in the 80s to have your phone in your vehicle. Those were not cheap.
I like this scene right here. It's the funniest part about the scene when he starts spitting. He just like walks through the hall, he's spitting everywhere.
Just hawks right on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Texas, they do that Texas Roadhouse as well, folks. So,
That is true.
they'll hawk and do peanuts there. Which begs the question, where's the canned peanuts? And
I forget what he asks her here, but it's something real dorky.
Well, something about marrying her.
Go get a big steak.
See? Back to the
But
Roadhouse.
she just pushes him out the door. Rejected, man.
Uh-oh. Jealous friend. How you know
Yeah.
you have a great guy friend is when you're jealous of somebody else.
Yeah.
All that love. And he's such a sap. There's so much he's got to go away. It's like he is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's version of Jethro Bodine.
Yeah, he is.
In a lot of ways.
Freaking Jethro.
He is. He's so gullible. Now he debates on the door and he goes away. He's probably kidnapped right here. Who knows?
Poor old Lefty.
Uh-oh. Now we get a phone call. That's what I hate about phones back then. You don't know anybody talking to you on the other line. That's why I like at least the phone.
Yeah, there was no caller ID back in them days.
No, you didn't have caller ID on a wide margin those days. Unfortunately, nobody's talking to her on the other end, I don't think.
I guess that's how they figured out where she is. Look up her number, then look up the address right next to it, right in the phone book.
Well, now, how do you figure that? I mean, do they
In my phone book, they usually have the address next to it.
Well, I guess they have businesses. That's true. But,
Yeah.
But then that doesn't explain how they found her so fast.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I didn't know Magic 8-Ball worked that well in those days.
What? Well,
And this is another thing, though.
Can teleport. Michael can teleport. Why
Yeah.
not Leatherface?
Yeah, but
show up
that doesn't
everywhere.
explain how the other family members teleport either.
As you guys could tell, maybe because the original film there was a few shots that panned, but the original film was much more of a, the camera's here, the shot is right here. It was much more of a standard, just straightforward shooting right there. This one is much more of a moving, panning camera as she goes to these rooms.
Yep.
It's definitely a different shot film as well.
Her outfit is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. She's not too bad looking in this film. She plays the role perfectly for what she's given.
Carolyn Williams is a pretty darn good actress. She's in a few really good things. I know there are some people who rag on her performance here, but what can you do?
Everybody starts somewhere. I mean, look at Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey started in part 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a broke leg.
That was he did good though. I mean, he did decent. I mean, better than the other
He's
actors.
the best thing about the movie.
And Renee Zellweger probably is the second best actress, of the entire film. The rest of everybody else. Everybody else.
Here
is
we are. We have Mr. Creech right here.
Good old Chop
I
Top.
love this scene.
Oh, buddy. There's a reason why it's called Chop Top.
Classic.
Uh-huh. We're going to assume that this isn't the first time you've seen this movie if you're watching this. But if it is, you're a great super nerd.
Hey, if this is your first time, you're in for a real treat.
Although you should be listening to the dialogue because this is great.
Oh
Look at
the teeth on that one.
Ugh.
I'm immediately looking at his hairpiece, man. I mean, look at that thing. It looks like Sonny Bono gone wrong.
All those teeth. I mean, he looks
Isn't it-
like he hasn't been in
Isn't it
this
sort of
so long
supposed to be
that- I
a
don't know.
like a hippie from hell or something like that? That's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
hippie from hell.
Yeah, I could agree with Hippie from Hell, of all things considered. It was, 70s and 60s. And this guy here, he lights the lighter onto a coat hanger and then scratches his head.
This scene, when I first watched this scene, this is what got to me, is when he picked the skin off and ate it. It was just so disgusting to watch this the first time, and it was so effective the way they did this scene.
Oh, I eat all the skin I pull off of my head. I mean,
You love your epidermals, huh?
yeah, I do. I do. That I do.
And then he just she doesn't know what to say. He just keeps lighting this thing to scratch his head. That must be one hard head, literally, folks.
You listen, they put a little bit of a burning effect in there every time he puts the lighter back on his head. You hear a little bit of a
He's just amazed he's in a radio station. He's never been in one before. Looks like he probably rated a lot more in radio stations in his day. Flowers. You gotta give him
Mr. Shark.
Look at that. It's a shark thing. It's weird. Actually, it would have been the original
Flowers.
grabber for old people today.
Yeah. You know what's great is I've heard that Nate, who plays him again? I can't remember his name.
Chop Top?
Yeah.
Oh, crap, man. He's from a
It's
house
like
with a
Bill
thousand
something.
corpses.
Yeah, it's Bill something.
Bill Moseley.
Bill Moseley, yeah.
Mosley, that's
Yeah.
The cool
When you
thing
said the
about Bill
first time, I was
Moseley
like,
is,
Bill Moseley.
from what I've heard, he's a really intellectual guy.
Intellectual's the best comedy.
Yeah, he's very intellectual. He was Juilliard trained. I think he went to Yale.
And we hear a lot of good nights. I don't think he says good night right quick. And she just is wanting him to leave. He is not leaving. He does not know the words goodbye properly.
Chop Top. For me, it's Chop Top.
Look at her performance. She is terrified.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. If you see a hippie from hell, what would you do?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like he's the most stable-looking human being to start with.
Look at all those buttons on his shirt.
Or how many dead people he got for those buttons.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's now going on about the lefty request, and he is reenacting it in his own unique comedic way.
The thing is, it's walking a line between comedy and horror. And it just does that perfectly in this scene. It's just great because he's absolutely repulsive and absolutely creepy, but at the same time, really hilarious.
You can't even get that in 2016 today, folks. I'm telling you.
No, you can't. You try to make a good horror comedy nowadays, the only thing you got right now is Tucker and Dale.
And that was even way before then.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Or else fan.
Yeah.
Watch this right here. This scared the crap out of me the first time I seen it.
Me
Yep.
too.
Ooh,
Oh,
right
that's
there.
right here. Bam! And there goes Chop Top.
Cut his hair off.
Down goes. Hey, look at him. He
I
does
love
his
that.
Shake or
I love
something.
that. I love that dance that he does with the chainsaw. That's great, man.
Oh, the
Look,
fire
the
hydrant
fire
on the
extinguisher.
face. This is like pre-Home Alone stuff, folks.
That's true. Oh man, this is just great.
He can't get the door open. She's screaming. He's firing on that head. He reminds me of the metalhead from Mr. Nanny. Really. I wonder if he had a magnet he would stick on it. Oh, and there goes his best wig.
My sonny wig do.
He did say Sonny Bono.
Oh my
Bono
god.
wig do.
He stole it from the real Sonny Bono now.
I hope he killed Sonny Bono, and that's how he gets it.
That'd be an alternate timeline, wouldn't it?
That would be an alternate timeline.
Look, he's still
No, he
picking the
pulls out the
skin.
skin and then tastes it. Ew! And he does the thing of the head of the.
See, that's still
Oh my
freaks you out,
gosh.
right? It's just
You
my
know,
gosh.
it's like it tells you if he doesn't care about himself, what
Great.
does he care about you?
yeah.
He just
Dog will hunt. Dog will hunt.
ain't get that dog bad name, I guess.
Yeah.
He's doing his dance. He's fighting the door. she's just screaming, not doing anything. It's 6 o'clock. So wait a minute. So if it's 6 o'clock there, wouldn't that mean like the time goes off for Five Nights at Freddy's in?
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's see Leatherface versus
How
the
ironic
animatronics.
if this been like a prequel to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dude, Leatherface versus the animatronics. I can only imagine how fun that'd be.
And he is fighting this door. And he's going through records of what he used to listen to before he became a demon from Hippie Day. He's cutting down he cannot cut down this door. What is this door made out of? Platinum?
And he's just
There he is, like, raging
He's
over
ticked
the
off doing the best
Yeah.
dance ever. I mean, I guess I assume Leatherface is a white guy while he's doing that. So.
now. This is, I
Speaking
think,
of Leatherface, is this your guys' favorite Leatherface, or would you say the first one is better?
I still think the first movie is much better.
The first one, without the first one, though, you couldn't get this fantastic second. So
Yeah.
you have to give credit where credit's due.
The first
Yeah.
one has to be better, I think. It's horrifying. It's a movie to me that I've seen probably at least 10 times.
And here's another,
still scares me.
And here's another thought. Everybody wants to say Halloween's the original slasher when I'd have to disagree. I'd say the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre was before Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What really was before that one in terms of slasher films?
Yeah, like real
I guess
slasher.
you could say maybe Psycho or Last House,
Psycho,
but those weren't really. I mean, Last House wasn't really a slasher film, but
No.
you know, Psycho was
had
more
like
like
one death scene. I don't count that.
Yeah,
Because of one
yeah.
death scene.
Yeah. People have said that Psycho is the first slasher film.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that Psycho is a little bit too intellectual.
Wait a minute.
But
Here we go. So Leatherface
Oh.
knocks off LG, and now I'm sure he's gonna get beat on by. Oh, he's beating him in the head with a hammer. How much is that gonna hurt, folks? Oh,
this is actually a
beating
pretty
him
brutal.
hard.
This is a brutal segment right
Jethro's
here.
getting the worst beat down ever, folks.
I mean, this is supposed to be a comedic scene with Chop Top yelling and all, but it's actually pretty brutal.
Beating him.
Pretty brutal.
If I had to go to hell, I'm sure this guy's beating my head.
yeah, this is
Yeah, well, no, he ain't good. He's doing the epileptic seizure thing right now. Well,
So do you guys
cut
think
him
this
down, he goes back to
that
the
this
door.
Leatherface is this
And he
as
does
good
his
as
dance
the
before he goes back to the door.
yeah
Or
this
you say-
Leatherface in this film? Would you guys say this Leatherface is better or better than the original Gunnar Hansen, or would you say that?
I think he's-
Gunnar Hansen's going to have to be at my top because this guy here, it's like to me, this is like Leatherface's cousin, Leatherface-esque almost.
yeah.
Well, I guess they call him Bubba in this film, Bubba
Yeah.
Sawyer.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
not-
like, here's the thing. I love both portrayals of Leatherface, but the scarier one has to go to Gunner. But perhaps maybe the funner one to watch is
This one.
Bill What's-His-Face.
Bill Johnson, I think is his name.
So
I
what is
believe
this
his name's
woman
Bill
here?
Johnson.
Oh, he came through the wall.
Oh,
He came through the wall. He's
this
waiting
scene right
for
here,
the
I think
chainsaw.
probably one of the most bizarre
Freaking
scenes I've
havoc
seen
on
in
the
a horror
room
film.
and
And look at it's sort of like
he's
it's
on
sort
it.
of like it's showing a little
This
bit of
one, I
a
think,
sexual
is
theme
bad.
right here. I mean, if you look at the way he moves the chainsaw, like more of a awkward scene right here.
Yeah, there's going to be a very
That's the
awkward scene
chainsaw.
coming right here.
Oh, well, he's already getting it down with drinks all over. So it's
Yeah,
already
and there's
wet,
like beer
so you
spraying
know
all
that
over.
commercial.
There's so many signs
That
in
mask
there.
I
This
don't
is
even
supposed
like,
to be
really.
a bizarre scene right here.
Look at his face! It's like Merrily, 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 merrily. I cut through your eyes.
Yeah, oh my gosh. But
Oh, look at that face on him. He's just. Oh my god! Look at this.
this is almost what you would I would almost consider this a very disturbing scene.
Yes, yes.
Disturbing in
I
just the
understand what
sense
you
that
mean.
it's so uncomfortable to
Well,
watch.
You know when I first seen this film, this is the scene that was probably one of the most intense scenes because I was like, what is he doing? Because I was like, he never did this in any other film, so I was like, this is definitely a different angle to go. I mean, he's interested in the character.
I think in this film they were trying to more expose him for being the virgin he is. Because I mean, look at that reaction on his face.
And also, I mean, think about all the horror that came with the original Texas Chainsaw. We didn't know what Leatherface was going to do in this film. And up to this point, he's been almost complete horror. Yeah, we've had a couple of slapstick moments. But,
well, this is where it's slapstick right here, which is this scene.
But the thing about it is, we don't know, at least the first time we watch it, we're not expecting
this.
What we could expect.
Oh, he's going up the leg with that thing. Leatherface is a bad pervert in the 80s, folks.
The thing is, it's like slowly. He like slowly brings the chainsaw up her leg, and it's like a slow build up, and it's like you're like, is he really gonna go to that area? Is he really? And then when he gets there, like, okay.
The scary thing is he gonna start that chainsaw when he gets to that area?
Yes. That's what I was thinking. I was like,
that has a good psychological effect. I didn't even think about it until this point. And now it's right where it's and then he just look at his lips like.
See, this is just disturbing. It's horrifying.
It is it's horrifying for her, but for him, it's probably the best time he's ever
had. Oh gosh.
I mean, just look at this guy. He's just like he don't know what to do with himself. He just. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the dog getting the boner effect where it just does the funky dance. And he's kind of doing it with Big Tit with a chainsaw.
Ugh.
I know it's terrible, but
it's just such a creepy scene.
It is creepy. He doesn't know what to do. Oh, my goodness. It's right up all.
See, now he's starting it, but.
He's starting. I wonder if he's wearing a wig right here, too, come think of it.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I've seen the guy's hair before, and it's not quite like that.
Okay, she's out of harm's way. He's just cutting through this room, and she is like freaking out. And I can't say I blame her because this guy is just going nuts. It's like he is. What is with that dance?
I don't know. That dance is so over the top, but I swear that is that was one of the themes in this film that made it its own sequel. I mean, look at this. Like, this is actually a practical room being torn to bits.
This would be the worst Five Nights at Freddy game ever.
Now check this out.
Oh my goodness! He's waving the chainsaw around in a humping motion, folks. That's all you can say about that.
It's so bizarre, man. This is just so bizarre.
Yeah, it's very weird. Okay, now they're back in the room. He's probably going to ask him to get the girl. And I'm sure.
You get her, Bubba?
I'm sure he's shaking his head yes in a dumb reaction. Now I'm sure they're going to grab the dead guy here because, they got to make more chili, folks.
That's my sweet meat.
Or it's going to be called LG chili.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. LG chili. A large chili.
A large order that only Wendy's wouldn't serve.
I like this. He goes from being angry to happy to being angry to happy. It's just gives him a high five and everything.
As soon as I get Nate, if I cut sort of in and out here in a minute, it'll be because of battery issues, but we'll be able to fix it probably. So don't worry about it. Just keep on going if I leave for some reason.
All right.
He steals the cowboy hat of LG.
The horn. He honks the horn.
And just goes, giddy up.
He's up out of there, out of the gun shop.
So we can talk a little bit about Bill Moseley. What do you think of Bill Moseley's performance, Nate, in Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses?
Much more mature is what I think.
Well, it's a much more of a serious character than this. This is more of just an off-the-wall, lunatic crazy guy. When he's still lunatic crazy in House of a Thousand Corpses, but a little bit more calmer, a little bit more, still crazy, but not as off the wall as this character is, but still very similar to this character, just minus the off the wall sort of bizarreness of the character. Then you got the character from that film, which I can't remember the name of it, But I do know that in the original House, Dolls, and Corpses, in the first film, it was more of a off the wall. Then the sequel got a little bit more serious.
Yeah, definitely.
Although you could tell he was wearing a wig in those films. It was like obvious to me he was wearing a wig.
Definitely.
And this is also a questionable scene right here. People say, why does she go back? Why does she follow
Why
him?
is she even chasing them down?
Yeah, she survived. Shouldn't she go to the police and report? But it's a thing. It's like, well, she's trying to help, and she's trying to help solve and help, do something about this. So she's trying to. That's why she's following. At least that's what I think.
Oh, here we go. Texas battlefield.
And also, there's that aspect. Well, we see her later.
This is just so much different.
We see her later just going insane. I mean, is this the point where we begin to see her going crazy because she wants to go after them for revenge?
It's open to many, it's open to many, things that could be and, what could be. And I love that because it doesn't really tell you directly, hey, she went after them because of this. No, it's up to you. It's up to you to decide.
Open dialogue, folks. Makes you wonder how this film goes from here.
Yeah.
But we are at the Texas Battle Land. Looks like a museum, kind of maybe a resemblance to Alamo, which would be weird since it's close to the Dallas, Arlington area.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this atmosphere, especially when they get more inside the tunnels and stuff. It's just so much more different, but it looks really creepy. And it's abandoned amusement park sort of atmosphere. And here we got somebody chasing.
She's getting chased down in a vehicle.
This is great.
She's like running for no reason. She probably doesn't even realize it's Lefty. She's so silly.
Yeah.
Silly woman. She's got to get her tricks going. See, I don't get this whole part here with what is this, a drive-through?
I guess it would be. I'm not really sure if it was once like a ride or something, or just part of the design or something. I'm not sure.
And that's something we can also talk about. The fact that, it's that classic sort of trope, the haunted or creepy amusement park.
Trap door. Which is ironic. Why would there be a trap door just of all places there? And now she's stuck in, I don't know. I didn't know they had seaweed in Texas.
Seaweed underground in Texas.
Yeah. Looks that way. I'm here now. I wasn't there before. I had to sharpen
and people also say that maybe this is the scene that Lefty possibly becomes an unlikable character.
What is this, like a bad Mortal Kombat scene?
But people question whether or not, like,
it's so gross to touch the dead guy's hand.
Yeah.
I don't know where that thing's been.
Yeah. I think he thought it was sick. I was just saying, like, maybe this is the scene that people were talking about where you're not really sure, should we say that Lefty's a good guy or should we say he's a bad guy? Because, I mean, he did trick her. He knew they were going to come to that place, but, he had to do it. In my opinion, what I think it is that, he had to do what he had to do. He had to find out some way, somehow, where these people were at. So I think he just had to do what he had to do.
Down the swing she goes. Now she just falls into another room. And just him holding that arm. It's like, did he just now realize he holds somebody's dead arm?
You know what's just so weird is we don't know how many people the Sawyers have killed over the years. I mean, we just see the remains, and it just seems like
I love this right here too. I mean, he gets the chainsaw, puts them in the holsters, gets the chains right here. This is just a great scene right here. Him getting ready to go in there and fight the Sawyers.
And here's what I didn't notice.
Great.
Here are these statues with all the Texas guys, and there he is in the middle. I didn't even recognize this thing till now. It's like he's praying to the chainsaw gods or something.
I must
oh my
worship.
gosh, it's a Christian message in a horror movie. Oh no.
They do have those sometimes.
I mean, look at The Exorcist.
Frailty.
Yeah. Which we
Hey,
need to
look,
charge.
He's high now. He's ready. He He probably got
Cocaine!
snorted prayer in before he got started on this.
He is just snorted like a mountain of freaking Scarface cocaine right now.
It was the 80s, folks, so there you go. And
What
what
is
is this
this?
with the light up hand and dagger?
There's Christmas lights everywhere.
What
It's
is
like
this?
Christmas lights.
This had to have been the worst amusement park ever.
The fact that, like, it's just now that I'm noticing a lot more of this architecture and stuff. It's just so weird.
It's
Out there,
look,
man.
It's
look,
Daniel Boone.
it's like Daniel Boone smacking somebody with a gun, not shooting somebody.
Well,
And there's blood coming out of the wall.
I guess it's technically Davy Crockett, but who cares?
But no,
They're all the same thing.
They're all the same thing, just waving a gun around without actually shooting. They're just wanting to hit you with it from the tail end. And then I want to know where the blood is coming from out of the guy's mouth and the wall. See, I don't get it. Like, oh,
I don't know if it's where they put their bodies at, like, and they put them into the decay or something, but maybe that's where they
be like a
contain the
Sleepy
bodies.
Hollow fallout scene, you know, with all the heads falling out of the tree.
oh,
Look at that.
Oh, that ain't heads. That's guts. That's liver and farmer beans right there, folks. Hey, look at all that guts. Oh my goodness.
This is just where he goes absolutely insane.
I'm bringing it down. He's bringing it down with a chainsaw. I think he's not on the level they're at, but I don't think he cares. He thinks he's making a difference by cutting wood. Poor toe pooper. He was in a bad state of affairs in '86. You know. Now he just loses his mind. Bye Hooper. Bye Lefty.
Yeah.
And now back to her and what happened to her. Oh, stretches. She is in the underbelly of whatever place this is.
Yep. This is chainsaw hell.
Oh, it's starting off with hooks and dismembered body parts. Right back to the butcher's nest. She literally landed there.
Mm-hmm. I noticed in the 80s there's a lot of like meat hooks and crap. I mean, think about this and Hellraiser and 3 on a meat hook. I don't know if maybe that was the 70s, but yeah.
It doesn't matter. This came from the 70s too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the original was in the 70s.
You could say 20th century hooks in general.
Yeah.
It still apply.
Meat hooks are just creepy in general, I think.
Then you see these old body parts. I see legs. I see arms. That looks like all I see right now. I'm trying to figure out what's on the left there, that little foam thing that's technically foam. Oh, she's hiding in the corner again. And now there is Leatherface's natural habitat.
This guy's little fillet knife.
Why is he a fillet knife?
That's my favorite quote from the entire movie. Kill that pig and slice him thick. Nate, are you still there?
I think our friend Nate has left us, ladies and gentlemen. And we are like, wow, we're really low on the batteries today.
Yeah, we will